Hey guys, it looks like the Nintendo Direct was just shadow dropped, and in it we finally got some more information about Xenoblade Definitive Edition, as well as a release date of May 29th. I'd like to take a look at this trailer and analyze a few parts of it I thought were important, so let's watch it back together.
Long ago.
So starting off here, it looks like the original Bionis and Mechonis War no longer takes place in a rainy, super cloudy environment. It looks like there's a little bit of dawn sunshine here. I can't remember if that's like a huge, massive change or not.
Titans were locked in a timeless battle.
Regardless, you can see just how much the graphics have been upscaled. They look a lot better now.
Only their lifeless corpses remained.
I don't know if I'm correct on this, but this seems like a remix of the original Engage the Enemy. Sounds slightly different than it used to. There were some vocals at the end of it that I don't think were there before.
Commence the assault on Bionis.
Alright, this is just the Mechon attacking the town. The Monado looks really clean and nice now. I like the ether flowing through it.
Just unlock the Monado's power.
It's my turn! Shulk, no! It'll kill you!
Dunban looking really nice. Let me go back really quickly.
It's my turn!
And Ryan, you can see both their HD faces here. Look a lot better than their derpy faces in the original game. Dunban looking really clean, actually.
No! It'll kill you! Shulk!
Looks like we still have all the same voice actors and everything. I wonder if that's going to hold true for Melia. She would be the only question for me here at this point.
I know you won't believe this, but Shulk can see the future.
Shulk can see the future.
I didn't know you could do that.
Is Charlotte a little bit smaller to me, or is that how she always was? I can't actually tell.
It's not me.
Maybe we shouldn't be commenting about that.
And so it begins. The resurrection of the Bionis.
I've been waiting for you, Monado.
Alright, so there's Zord.
The future I see.
Can't really tell much difference with him. Okay, that was important. Go back.
The future I see. It isn't.
Alright, Alvis. You see this little, the thing on his chest? That looks like the Zohar core crystal. So I think we finally might have that confirmation that Ontos is indeed Alvis. I expected the color to be, light blue or maybe even white. So the gold color is a little bit of a shock even to me. But I guess it also is a little different than, Malos and Numa's core.
This power to change the future. And that's exactly
That also means that during the dream sequence that in the original game where Shulk is dead, that means that resonating section that brings him back to life is very similar to Pyra and Rex in the beginning of Xenoblade 2. Looks like that's basically what Shulk was doing, bonding with Alvis. I guess that'll probably be shown off in the retcon in this game.
Tend to do. Mechon.
Graphics looking really
It's
nice
not
still.
over. The people of Bionis will never let you triumph.
I gotta say, Xenoblade 1 looks a little bit more anime than Xenoblade 2 now. There's the release date, May 29th. I know we're all hyped for that. There's Melia, finally. Okay, so I'll talk about this when they say a little bit more about it.
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
So I'm curious if the future connected thing is going to be like taking place during the main story, if it's completely afterwards, like after the game is completely ended. Like, I know it's extra content, of course, so it's going to be after the game ends when you play it, but I wonder if like the events of it occur during the story or not, or if it's just an entirely new story attached to the end of the game. I wonder if that rift has any significance. Is that maybe similar to the universes connecting in Xenoblade 1 and 2? I am very curious to see where that goes and if we'll see our Xenoblade 2 characters again.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive.
Alright, so now they're just walking through the areas. We can see how pretty the new upscaled areas are. They look really nice now. Valak Mountain especially. I'm really looking forward to playing through this area again. This was my favorite area in the original game for sure.
On Nintendo Switch, the game looks better.
Now this is important as well. So Shulk's hitting all of his attacks. Ricky and Ryan are just over there missing like crazy. And that's likely because of the level difference. If you're not familiar with Xenoblade 1, if you're under 5 levels of an enemy, then you have a hard time hitting them. I'm very curious, though, because I don't know how you can have a level discrepancy in the original game like this. I wonder if there's like an end system where you can lower your level, or if there's just something going on that changed experience to where party members not active don't get the full value of experience anymore. I'm also curious just how much the combat system's changed in general. Looking at the art palette here, it doesn't look like it has changed too much, if at all. So, it's looking like it's going to play really similar to how it did before. It looks like the chain attack meter in the top right's about the same. The UI looks really nice here. There's not much cluttering in the screen or anything like that. And the new in-game portraits of them also look pretty nice. I like seeing Shulk, Ricky, and Ryan there. They have like completely different art for that. That looks really nice. But Shulk being level 38, where Ryan is level 17, is very odd, and I'm very curious to see how experience works in this game, and if it'll be much less grindy. I'm really hoping that's going to be the case here.
The battle HUD and menu screens are easy to read.
So, that's actually really nice how they have 3D modules on the menu screen here. I'm actually a big fan of that. We can see a bit more of the portraits for the characters here. Let me go back.
The battle HUD and menu screens are easy.
So on the right side of the screen, you can see the character portrait for Charlotte, Dunban, and Melia that we haven't seen before. We still don't have the full body versions, I don't think, but it's really nice to see them here just regardless. Looks like everyone's level 42 in this one, so that's still very odd how there was such a big level discrepancy in the battle screenshot.
Read and easy to use.
So, okay, here's something really important to point out. So one of the things that people always complain about in the first game is that you would always look ridiculous in cutscenes when you just mixed and matched equipment. Well, it looks like there's going to be something similar to fashion gear that appeared in Xenoblade X here, because you see this appearance section in the bottom section of the screen here, and that's probably what you're going to put on that's going to appear in the cutscenes now. It's not going to have an effect on your equipment that's actually used in battle. So I know everyone's going to appreciate that change, and I'm looking forward to that as well, so I can actually make my characters all look really cool. Let's take a look at the stats really quickly.
HUD and menu screens are easy to read and easy to use.
So it is looking like they didn't really change anything about the stats. It looks like agility is still going to be that all-in-one stat in this game as well. There's not going to be any dexterity value. So I don't know if agility will be as important in this game as it was in the last time, but it is interesting to note that it's looking like none of the stats or anything major changed, so we can guess that basically everything from the combat system to equipment and everything is going to work almost about the same. So it's a little sad that I'm not going to be able to show off a lot of new mechanics in the videos, but at least if everything's going to be very similar, I'll have time to really sit down with the game and learn it before this game comes out, so I'll be able to make good guides for everyone. New Age guides at least, since a lot of the information's already figured out.
And some of the music has been re-recorded.
So some of the music has been
Now you can
re-recorded, that's
fully
why a lot of
immerse
it
in the
sounds different, I'm
majesty
guessing.
of this vast world.
I'm curious to see what all the updates for that's going to
And
be.
a new epilogue, a new story, future connected.
Did that say epilogue?
And a new epilogue.
Okay,
a new
so it is
story,
going to take place after
future
the main
connected
story.
Will cap off the main game. So if you
I am
played
very
and
curious
loved
if we
the
are going
original
to
game,
see anyone special in that epilogue, if we'll know anyone from like maybe some different games appearing and all that stuff. Like I said, that rift earlier that appeared in the hole in space, that seemed very sketchy earlier. So here's HD Melia. Everyone's been excited for this. She does look really nice in this, I will admit that. She's never been one of my absolute favorites, but I'm very happy to see her regardless. I know everyone's happy about her as well.
you can not
I find it
only
curious how we
revisit,
don't get to hear
look
her
forward
voice
to
here,
one
but
more
we hear
adventure with
everyone
Shulk.
else's voice now. That's why I'm kind of worried about her voice actor change.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition launches.
So we got
on
to hear
May
Shulk
29th,
talk, and we got
and
to
you
see
can
the new
pre-purchase
text
the
UI.
game starting today. Also,
So we
coming
can
on
pre-order
May
the game
29th
starting
is
today.
Xenoblade Chronicles
And
Definitive
looks like we'll
Works
get some
Set,
nice special
packing
edition
a
bonuses as well. If you want to get
250-page
those,
art
I'll probably get those. So it looks like that's about the entire trailer here. I'm really looking forward to this. I know you guys are as well. I wasn't really that hyped before this trailer, but I think my hype's actually returning a little bit, and I'm really excited to see the changes and play through the game again. And I will for sure be making videos on it. I'd like to be able to make a lot of videos on the game and cover all the changes and everything, but it'll depend on when I'll be able to get the game. I'll try to get it as early as possible, I can assure you that, and start making videos as soon as I can. There's a lot going on recently, so we'll see how much that works out for me, but I'm going to try to get the game and talk about it and do whatever I can as soon as I can. So, I guess that about covers this trailer. There's a lot to unpack here, of course, and I'm sure I'll be looking over it again and again to try to find any other things I might have missed, but I think that's about the main things I wanted to cover in this video and talk about, just to point attention to things and analyze a little bit. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and are looking forward to this. And I guess in 2 months we'll be seeing more of this. Have a wonderful afternoon.